Oh man, Bitcoin liquidity grab. We've seen a big pullback here on Bitcoin falling close to 4%, which is a lot, guys. This is a big asset class now. 4% in a single 4-hourly candle. Should we be worried now that we've fallen back down to 88,000? Will we be heading back down to retest previous all-time highs around that 74,000 mark? Or potentially lower? These are the questions I'm getting right now, and I will be breaking those down for you in this video. If you like this type of daily content, smash up the likes. Do not forget to subscribe. Remember, we are a channel that's not just providing you content because the market is pumping. Oh, no. I was here with you guys, with this crypto community during every single day of the last bull market, of the bear market, of the crypto winter. We saw it all and we navigated through it. So you're going to want to tune into this video. You're going to make sure you subscribe to this channel to navigate you through this market. You're seeing a big fall here, guys, on Bitcoin, and we need to put it into perspective. Should we be worried? Well, first we need to understand, why is it happening? If you follow my videos over the last kind of couple of days, you will know that market makers are licking their lips. They're smacking their lips. They know that there is money to be made. They know that there is money to be made regardless of which direction we go here on Bitcoin. And that is why they are loving it. If you take a look here, take a refresh here, you can see here that in the market, this is just the Pepe chart, but I just want to show you that in the market, you can see the percentage of people who are long and short this market. If we take a look at the percentage here, you can see that we're pretty evenly split, right? There's a slight skew towards shorting right now. When I checked this last night, there was a slight skew towards the long side. Either way, market makers are printing. Look at the last 4-hourly. Look at the 4-hourly candle I just shared with you. $110 million. Right? Forget the bit of chump change we make. $110 million of leveraged longs just got wrecked and collected by the market makers. 50 million shorts. And this is going to keep happening. This is going to keep happening as market makers sway and whipsaw this market to zap you guys, right? Zap, 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 zap. All of these lines, you can see these dark yellow lines, are where liquidity sits, and they will want to go grab it. So for example, in this short time frame which I'm showing you here, there's a bunch of liquidity here touching that 92 level. Will it go back up and grab it? It's just zapped these levels here, zapped you guys, right? So all of the people who are taking leverage long positions now and leverage short positions, you are fodder, you are fish food, right, for these market makers. Please, you're better than that. Do not be fish food. Be smart, and that's what I aim to teach you here on this channel, is how to actually successfully navigate this crypto bull market, because we're still in the early innings. There's still plenty of time to go here on crypto. I mean, Bitcoin is still just doing its thing. And like I've said, the time for alts is going to come. You're already seeing like excitement in some alts. Of course, we are getting a little bit of a pullback here on altcoins as Bitcoin settled down, but still, you are starting to just see the early signs. When a proper bull market happens, you will see altcoins will be popping off. First, Bitcoin has to do its thing, and then you will see your rotation. Okay? So the smart people around you, you probably understand that these are your final moments to get some of your favorite altcoins, right? Because guess what? The FOMO is going to come in. The average tourist is going to come into crypto because a new crypto investor and trader is going to be born every single day. More and more people are going to be searching about crypto. What is this? Is there money to be made? Which coins do I need to be getting in? Oh, I need to get into Pepe. Oh, I need to get into this. Oh, then guess what happens, guys? If you know this, maybe you're watching this, maybe you did the same thing. You come into crypto with meme coins, right? Nobody wants to go after the big boring Bitcoin. Oh no, that moves too slow. I'm not interested. I want to take this $1,000 I've got from work and I want to multiply it. And maybe you watching this are one of those people, right? You want to 10x, 100x, 1000x. And you're like, okay, I'm going to do that in a peanut. I'm going to do that in a whiff. I'm going to do it in a Pepe. I'm going to do it in a Moodang. I'm going to do it in whatever I'm going to do it in right now. They look for meme coins. But guess what the cycle is? The cycle is that these very people who buy meme coins originally will start educating themselves. I mean, again, maybe you're one of those watching this video. You're going to go, hang on, meme coins are great within part of a smart portfolio. Where else can I invest? And I saw this in previous cycles, guys. I remember in the first cycles, people bought Bitcoin and then people were bored of Bitcoin because it wasn't moving. And they're like, oh, what else can I buy? Because everybody's buying Bitcoin. And they look down the list and it was Ethereum. And they go, okay, but Ethereum is too obvious. Where do I go next? And I remember at the time it was Cardano and XRP and all these things, right? People are predictable. Humans are predictable. It's your job as an investor to ride those waves. money will flow back into those quality plays, and you've already seen clues in how they're moving, right? You saw last week remnants of how things like Solana were moving. You saw remnants and ideas of how Phantom started moving. You saw how projects like Chainlink and Polygon Matic was moving again. These are good signs for the market when you saw things like ADA, Cardano moving high. Again, people identifying which are the quality plays, and money will eventually rotate to them. So back to the question now of should we be afraid? Well, if you jump on over to the Fear and Greed Index, this reading is taken previously. You get another reading tomorrow. So this is before the dump. The market's in extreme greed. When the market is in extreme greed, what are you supposed to do? You're not supposed to FOMO in. You wait for a pullback, right? It's too easy to buy when everything is super green. You wait for pullbacks. And you got exactly that here on the 4-hourly chart. And if I bring out the EMA ribbon, our trusted EMA ribbon, what do you see? We've pulled back into the mean. We've pulled back into our EMA ribbon, which is a healthy thing. Remember, a nice move goes, consolidates into EMA ribbon, moves, consolidates into the EMA ribbon, moves. But guess what also gives us confluence? We're moving against another nice trend line here towards the upside as well, and that's important for us. We're retesting the backside of this pivot point, okay, if you apply this trend line. So this is a good level here for Bitcoin to retest, and you can already see the bulls are trying to buy back in on this 4-hourly candle. Will they succeed? If they don't, we want to pull back deeper into the 4-hourly EMA ribbon. If we come down towards 82 here, very nice buys, right? Those will be some juicy buys there at 82. Now, if we zoom out to the daily, which is going to be the more interesting chart to look at, what do we see? We saw that we were in this long-term consolidation pattern, right? This is our long-term consolidation pattern from March. We broke out, we retest once, broke out higher, retest again, and off we went to the moon. And now we're just stalling a little bit here, having ran as high as we ran, up beyond $93.4 thousand. Well, what's a natural level to pull back? If you're looking at this from a textbook perspective, I'd want to see a pullback at the previous all-time high at 73.6. The problem is, this market went so berserk that a pullback just to retest the all-time high is a 16% fall here on Bitcoin. It's a big fall, right? And a lot of people would be getting wrecked if that happened. So, ideally, I would like a pullback. Will we see one? It becomes less and less likely because Bitcoin is showing so much strength. But that being said, if we do, I would love to nibble on a retest. There's nothing, nicer from a technical perspective than spending some time here, maybe, and it's going to frustrate people, by the way, if we spend a couple of days down here and then move to the upside later on. Remember, a lot of this pump is starting to happen for a multiple of different reasons, but of course the catalyst was the whole election win with Donald Trump. Well, what's the natural thing where this progresses? Well, what about the inauguration, right, in January? So we have a natural built-in timeline here for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies to have a really exciting end to the year, leading all the way up to the inauguration speech and even beyond that, right? So there's a lot of things that are going to work in our favor. Of course, the thing that could work against us is Jerome Powell, the Fed, the cutting of interest rates, but so far so good. Markets are expecting another 25 base point cut. Hopefully we get that later on in the year as well. That's what we're looking for. So, here on Bitcoin, should we be panicked? No, I'm not panicking here when we're that far away from EMA ribbon, right? Again, if it wants to come down here, down towards 77,000, beautiful. Touch the EMA ribbon, it'll give me the opportunity to nibble. Not just Bitcoin, I'd also have the opportunity to nibble some of my favorite tokens, right? I mean, let's look at Pepe as an example. Loads of people messaging about Pepe. I've done really well on Pepe, right? I bought this a long, long time ago when it first had its moments, and I just didn't sell. So when you look at this Pepe move, are you going to be buying it all the way up here on the daily chart? No, you're not. Now, if you come back to the 4-hourly chart, you can start to see something really normal. You start to see how the patterns come into the EMA ribbon, move, consolidate, move, consolidate, move. And this is how scalpers and traders are trading this market. Look at it on the hourly chart. Pull back here for most of today, bounces from the EMA ribbon. Now the bulls need to create a higher high if this move on Pepe is to continue, right? That's how it works. You want to wait for positions of strength and be buying from here rather than buying from here, depending on which time frame you're buying it, right? So if you're doing this on the hourly chart like I'm showing you here, it's a better buy here than it is here. This is chasing, right? If you bought at the top there, guess what? By the time you've retested your EMA ribbon, you're down 22%. Chances are your stop loss has been wiped out, liquidated, you're gonna. Having said that, if you're buying from the bottom there, you're buying from positions of strength, you're already 14% up, trying to retest the all-time high there is a 28% move. You can sell there even if there is resistance, right? So this is how people are playing the market right now. You've got to be very, very savvy. If you don't have time to trade and you want to trade with me and see how I'm trading and which altcoins I'm trading, ijazcrypto.com/TG. That's where you're going to do it. You don't have to do the trial and error. You don't have to learn. This market's popping off now. If you're here in the bear market, shout out to you. You had time to learn. Now you just need to be printing. This market is printing. You're either making the most of it or you're not. There is no other kind of days. These are the days that you wait for on crypto, right? These are the days to make sure you're printing. If you're not printing, you need to be changing your strategy. That being said, it's still going to get even better, right? When I mentioned about the real full throttle bull market, that's going to come, and that's me excited. One word of caution here to mention on Bitcoin. On the hourly chart, we are flipping bearish, right? I'm not going to say that we're not. We're below our EMA ribbon here. We closed the candle below our EMA ribbon. We back tested it. So there's a chance here that the bears are going to want to send us back down here, okay? And if we do start going back down there, I'm just going to keep that arrow there and switch to the 4-hourly chart. And you'll see this is the area where they may want to push us into, which is still fine on the 4-hourly chart. Plenty of support here from my EMA ribbon for us to dip into. No worries whatsoever. If we get some of those prices again, I want to buy the dip, and I want to buy the dip on some of my favorite altcoins as well. Let's get in quick check on the traditional markets, which is worth paying attention to as well. And you can see that stock slip on Thursday's post-election rally signs shows signs of fizzing. Naturally, guys, right? Crazy moves here over last week. Now some of that is starting to calm down. Some of that adrenaline is starting to come down, and that's okay. Bitcoin now needs to build some scaffolding. For those of you who watched my videos before, you know I use this concept of scaffolding. If the price of an asset class like Bitcoin quickly runs up to 90,000, do you feel confident that it's worth 90,000? Well, you don't know, right? There could have been an impetus in the market, could have been a lot of emotion in the market, there could have been a lot of factors at play that got Bitcoin to 90,000, right? It hasn't proved itself to be worth it. But you know, when we consolidated all this time here on Bitcoin, between the range of 55,000 all the way up to 70,000, it makes you confident that Bitcoin is worth something in that range. The fact that we can spend a whole year between 55 and 70 makes you confident that the price of Bitcoin is worth, as far as the market is concerned, 60K. We didn't just touch it and then fall all the way down to 50,000. We spent a lot of time at that level. Same for this level here. I'm happy for us to build scaffolding. Whether that means spending multiple hours, like 4-hourly candles, or days, or maybe even weeks at 80,000 to 90,000 area, that's a good thing. And then you can use that to build some support to go build the next story of the building, right? Which is breaking through the higher price targets. And again, I've shared in my previous videos, what are those price targets? You guys can see on my Fibonacci level, we've already hit my first target, which I set. And by the way, this was set well before you guys can see my videos. This price target of the 89,000, we've got the 97 as the next level, and then 110,000 at the Fibonacci golden level. Also, that ties in with the pattern from this bull flag pattern. The bull flag pattern, the measured move, look at the green line here, takes you all the way to 97,500, which ties in perfectly with what I just shared with you is the next Fibonacci level. Exciting times here for Bitcoin. I'm certainly not going to get panicked out. If you're new in crypto, this is normal. Welcome to the roller coaster. Embrace it, enjoy it, hold on for dear life, and do not get fudded out. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.